Today's lesson we're going to talk about REITs. Real estate investment trusts, otherwise known as REITs, are investment pools that focus on particular areas of real estate and return at least 90% of their profits to investors through dividends. Why do we want to invest in REITs? Well, they're indirect investments. Investor can make a direct purchase in real estate. They can purchase a house and rent out. REITs are indirect. You invest in a company that holds real estate, collects rent, or buys and sells real estate. So the beauty of REITs is I don't have the hassle of finding tenants, worrying about fixing plumbing, replacing broken appliances, painting, and all that stuff. REITs are indirect investments. So these real estate companies basically manage properties, and the profits that they get off of management and properties, they will share back to the shareholders. REITs trade just like stock. They're considered a very liquid investment versus the direct purchase of real estate that can take time. So when you think of buying and selling direct real estate, there's a lot of time involved with finding a buyer and a seller, no matter what side you're on. But with REITs, they trade in the stock market. Very, very liquid investment. REITs can pay out monthly, quarterly, or annual dividends. Price per share will fluctuate based on how commercial or resident real estate is doing as a whole. And we also see interest rates also have a big impact over the dividends that are paid out. So that's another risk that's associated with REITs. When the economy is firing on all cylinders, these companies are making lots of money. When things start to slow down, REITs can be hit pretty hard. They are very cyclical. But some REITs will do well no matter if it's good or bad based on the type of investments that they make in their real estate holdings. Mortgage REITs provide financing for residential or commercial properties. Not a holder of property, they can be subject to short-term volatility. So mortgage REITs are providing the financing, not necessarily in the owning and renting out business of real estate. The ones that are more people are more familiar with are equity REITs, and these are companies that own and manage the properties. They could be apartments, they could be commercial, malls, hospitals, natural resources and timber and land, office buildings, resorts, and hotels. So now it's time to research some REITs. A great website is www.reit.com. And don't forget that there are many exchange-traded funds with REITs that will actually own a variety of REIT companies. So just like with a mutual fund or an ETF that mirrors an index like SPY for the S&P 500, when you own SPY, you're basically owning 500 of those companies through the ETF. Well, just like with those, REITs also have ETFs. So I can own a bunch of different REIT companies, and that way it'll minimize some of the risk involved with just owning one REIT outright. All right, so get out there and find some REITs. REITs are a great way to diversify your portfolio. It just gives you another option outside of owning equities and publicly traded companies. These are publicly traded companies, but they're a little more focused in the real estate sector. A lot easier to own these than to actually own actual real estate. And the nice part is you're receiving those dividends. Some pay monthly, some pay quarterly, and some pay annually. So happy REIT hunting.